Which room?
Hasn't she suffered enough?
I'll ask her.
There she is. Basically, all this equipment. She never needed all those before. Does this mean
Let's not jump to any conclusions until we talk to the doctor, okay?
Vange, it's me. I hope you're not in any pain.
We're here now, okay? We're not going anywhere until we know you're gonna be all right.
Even though Vange couldn't say anything, I used to feel like if I said something, there was a part of her listening. But now, Chris, we can't tell her we're getting married. Not when she's... Mom, Vange looks terrible. What's wrong?
Your sister's having some problems with congestion. And the doctor felt that she should spend a few days in the hospital.
Congestion?
Sometimes your sister gets infections, and they give her some antibiotics, and it clears up.
Is that what the doctor said? It's an infection?
Well, it's happened before. And I'm sure that it'll be the same thing this time. Excuse me, sweetie.
You want me to call the doctor so you can ask him some questions?
Oh, I see. What I say isn't good enough?
No, that's not what I meant, ma'am.
No, it's all right. You go ahead. Go ahead. Don't listen to me. Take your information from the man who put your sister in the bed to begin with.
It's totally unfair.
Mrs. Williamson, with all due respect...
I do not need your respect. Evangeline was attacked in your home, and maybe you should think about that before you make the same mistake.
The only thing I can think about right now is Evangeline and what we can do for her.
What we do is we get her better, then we take her home.
If that's all there is to it, then what's the harm in talking to her doctor?
Doctors are no help. They just tell you the worst so that if it happens, you can't sue.
I don't think all doctors are like that, Mom.
I do not need any one of them telling me what I already know. My daughter is going to get better, and then she is going to come home where she belongs.
There's no change. I'll check again in an hour or so.
Did you hear that, baby? You are doing fine.
We'll be right back. Excuse me, doctor. Could we ask you a few questions?
Of course.
My fiancé and I, we have to get back to Pennsylvania soon, and we're hoping to help my mother get Evangeline home from the hospital. Can you tell me when that might be?
What did your mother tell you about your sister's condition?
Just that this has happened before, and it's usually because of an infection.
And she said when the antibiotics kick in, Evangeline could go home.
That's been true in the past, but I'm sorry to say that this time the situation's different.
Different how?
Your sister doesn't have an infection. She needs to be on a ventilator or she won't be able to breathe.
I don't understand. My mother said Vange was going to be okay.
Well, your mother's having trouble adjusting to some new realities. It's understandable. I've tried to explain that Evangeline's respiratory system is failing, but I don't think she's hearing me.
Her respiratory system is failing? And you can't fix it?
Not at this stage.
So my sister's never going to be able to breathe again without those machines.
I'm sorry.
It's just... But how can she... I mean, people can't stay on these machines forever. And what kind of life is that?
That's why we're urging the family to make a decision.
Whether to continue with it or not.
But if Vange can't breathe without help, and we take her off those machines...
No one wants to do that, Layla, but, it actually might be the kindest thing for her.
But how can I be the one to decide that?
I'm sorry, Miss Williamson. This is not a situation that anyone wants to deal with. I'll give you some time to think.
Oh, I can't believe this.
I know. We came here to tell her that we're getting married.
And now I have to be the one to decide whether to keep my sister alive.
That is not up to you. We are taking your sister home, Layla, and I do not want to hear another word about it.
Mom, please, I don't think you understand what...
No, I understand fine. In fact, I wonder if this is what you always wanted.
How can you say that?
Well, if Evangeline's gone, you don't have to feel guilty anymore. That's it, isn't it?
I love my sister.
Not as much as you love a man. You always wanted what Evangeline had. And once she couldn't fight you, you came in and helped yourself.
That's an ugly thing to say.
And it's wrong. You make it sound like Layla took what belonged to someone else, but Evangeline and I were over before the accident. We weren't together anymore.
I do not care about any of that. All I care about is taking my baby home, and neither one of you is going to stop me.
She's scared. Layla, she doesn't know what she's saying right now.
Ooh, yeah. I wish I could believe that. I really do, but we both know the truth. My mother meant every word. Before, at least Vange looked peaceful. You could almost tell yourself she was sleeping. But I feel her struggling, Cristian. I hear her calling out to me. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do.
We'll figure it out. I promise. Let me figure this out together.
Okay. Before, at least Vange looked peaceful. You could almost tell yourself she was sleeping. But I feel her struggling, Cristian. I hear her calling out to me. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do.
We'll figure it out. I promise. Let me figure this out together.